Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at this guy, the Turnigy Evo Radio Evolution. Okay, so here it is. Comes with this little case, cover thing, keep it safe. And this is the beastie. As you can see, it's got fancy little lights. Change colour with the sticks. It's really small. There's not much to it. It's got a built-in rechargeable battery, USB on the side, little touch screen there, which actually works quite well for setting stuff up and configuring stuff. So it's pretty basic. Only has a 5 model memory, which is one of the criticisms people have with it. But apart from that, I mean, it's a really cheap radio, so what do you expect? Over here we have the receiver, which is currently inside my 6-inch Alien. We're doing a little bit of surgery there, going to be putting in a tramp and removing the old 200. And this horrible arrangement here is because it was done in the field just to test the guy out. I've got the original Lemon satellite underneath there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's much smaller than the radio that comes with this thing, which is one of the issues I have with it. Is the receiver is pretty big. You could decase that and depin it, but it would still be pretty big. So you've got S-Bus and PPM, and you've got voltage monitoring for telemetry there. So that's just hooked into, read straight off the battery. And yeah, I was too lazy to take out the original receiver. That's why there's 2 sets of antennas there. The antennas that come with it are really long as well, so I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. But it was pretty easy to get in there and pretty easy to bind and set up with this little guy. So no real criticisms there. For thumb flyers, this radio is great. As you can see, easy, fits in your hand, no real dramas there. Disarm, a couple of switches there. For pinchers, it's a little bit more of a problem because this actually hits my finger at about the same time as I'm going full stick. If I grip it right on the top, I can get full range of travel. But if they'd taken this screen, put that down there, where it would have been sensible, wouldn't have this problem. Or just made that like 2 mils further out. The other thing it also doesn't have is a neck strap attachment. Could well 3D print something and stick it in there. Personally, I like having that strap because when you need both hands free, you can just let the radio dangle. But this one's so small and light, you can just put it down anyway. So my only big criticism of these sticks is, well, apart from the fact that one's got a bit of play in it, they're very loose, they're very soft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this guy open and we'll have a look and see if I can't tighten up the springs on that. Okay, so I got the back off here. That was just about 8 screws. These little guys popped off. There's no glue, that was quite nice. One connector which hooks up the LEDs and the switches, and she's off. As you can see in there, we've got the batteries. There's 2 antennas for the RF module, just making their way up in the top here. Various bits of jiggery pokery and the gimbals. And so the good news is there are screws to adjust the tension. The bad news is they were already adjusted up as high as they could go. So without actually getting in there and physically changing those springs for stiffer ones, yeah, I managed to stiffen the throttle a bit, but the other sticks still just feel that little bit too loose for me. But you know, for a beginner, might be nice, and it's whatever you get used to. Yeah, that's about all there is to say about that. Overall, for the price, it's an excellent radio. It's a great bit of kit. Excellent radio for beginners. We need a bit more variety in the receiver department, please. And a few little things to change in the design that would just make it into a really superb radio that just ticked a whole bunch of boxes. It's actually a Google Doc that a friend of mine, Andrew, started. I think there's a link to it on the RC Groups thread. Feel free to go in there and contribute if you have one of these and have any suggestions. But yeah, for now, I'd say great radio for the price. I'm not about to go and change all of my quads over to use it just yet. But you know, it's a step in the right direction. So hopefully we can see more of this stuff in the future. Okay, time to install the Tramp. I'll catch you guys later. Bye now. So that's your low battery warning. Not very loud.